Hello everyone, welcome to Vaishai's YouTube channel and to the Indian Society Lecture Series. We are in the episode 18 of Indian Society Lecture Series. So let's start the video. So today we are going to learn about women's organizations which are started by women. In the last class we have studied about some women organizations which are started by men like Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj, etc. Okay. The Swarna Kumari Devi is a daughter of the Devendranath Tagore, a Brahma leader, formed a ladies' society in Calcutta. She is the first one to form a society, that is the Ladies' Society in Calcutta, in the year 1882 for educating and imparting skills to the widows and other poor women to make them economically self-reliant. So remember her name, Swarna Kumari Devi. She is the daughter of Devendranath Tagore and she is the sister of the Rabindranath Tagore. So she is the first one to edit a journal. So she edited women journal, that is Bharati. That name of the journal is Bharati. And Ramabai Saraswati formed Arya Mahila Samaj in Pune and started Shraddha Sadhan in Bombay. Okay, there is another lady called Ramabai Saraswati. She formed Arya Mahila Samaj in Pune and started Shraddha Sadhan in Bombay. Bharat Mahila Parishad was the women's wing of the Indian National Conference, used to Indian National Congress, National Conference used to discuss the condition of widows, dowry and other social issues and other social evils. So Bharat Mahila Parishad. Bharat Mahila Parishad is the women's wing of the INC. And Parsis and Muslim women also formed their own organizations in order to discuss about the issues of the women and also empower the women in various skills. And coming to the National Women's Organization, in 1910, Sarala Devi Chaudharani, she is the daughter of Swarna Kumari Devi that we have discussed in the first slide, formed a Bharat Stree Mandal with the objective of bringing together women of all caste, creed, classes and parties, etc. Her name is Sarala Devi Chaudharani. She formed the Bharat Stree Mandal, in which all the women of different castes, creed, classes, parties and everything came together with an objective of bringing together of all the women. So their branches were opened at various cities in order to promote the women education and even in order to encourage them to join into the Bharat Stree Mandal and also to encourage the education. They have sent the teachers to women's house itself, because during those days like it's a very big issue to come out of the home, that women need to if women need to come out of the home, they need the permission from the family. So in order to avoid this, in order to motivate them to join these kind of organizations, teachers were sent to educate them to their own houses itself. But unfortunately this Bharat Stree Mandal was a short-lived venture which was started by Sarla Devi Chaudharani. And coming to the national freedom movement, with the entry of the Gandhi, women also entered in the national movement. So initially they have been like fighting for their own rights and all, but now they have started to join in the freedom movement also. Because of the entry of the Gandhi, more women started joining into the freedom movement. So they have attended various sessions of Indian National Congress and taken part in even the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, Home Rule movement and etc. But larger movement for the first time started participating after the Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement itself. So in non-cooperation movement, many women leaders have joined it. Rural women also played a major role in the rural satyagrahas of Borsad and Bardoli. Okay. If you see, thousands of women joined the freedom movement on Gandhi's call itself. Gandhi told women are equal to the men, they will also have the same power. So that's why on the call of Gandhi, many women started participating in the freedom struggle. Some women picketed shops, some threw bombs and went to jail also. So such a courageous amount of women were present during the freedom movement. So they were not only fighting for their own rights, they were fighting against the colonial rule also. So it transformed, because in this span, when they came out of their homes, many young women widows like Durga Bai Deshmukh, Kamala Devi Chattopadhyaya, like these widows came out of the home and they have started like fighting for their own rights. They got an opportunity to fight for their own rights in this era. So first woman to participate in national movement during Salt Satyagraha March was Sarojini Naidu, and later she became the first woman president of the Congress also. Okay, she had a very bigger hand in the national movement also. Okay, if you see the women's participation in the national movement, helped in breaking several of the old barriers of traditions and customs. Women organizations side by side raised their voices for removal of social injustice meted to them. So they have got the opportunity to speak about the social injustice which they have meted to them, and it also resulted in passing of the resolution on the fundamental rights of equal rights for both the sexes at the Karachi session in the Indian National Congress in the year 1930, and the declaration of the Karachi sessions was as follows: all the citizens are equal before the law. So they are irrespective of the religion, caste, creed or sex, all the citizens are equal before the law. So no disability was attached to any citizen by reason of his or her religion, caste, creed, sex, in regard to public employment, office of power or honor, and in the exercise of any trade or calling. So it also says that the franchise shall be on the basis of universal adult franchise. So no person should not be discriminated even based on the sex, age and everything. So they have a universal adult franchise. Women shall have the right to vote, to represent, and right to hold public offices also. So this declaration of the Karachi session in the Indian National Congress gave more rights to the women. Because of the struggle they have made in the freedom struggle itself, they have the opportunity to raise their voice for removal of social justice, which they have strived for, which resulted in the passing of this kind of resolution, which they have got the from where they have got the fundamental rights of equal rights for both the sexes. And coming to the agrarian struggles and revolts in which women participated along with men in struggles and revolts in tribal and rural areas also. Actually, the women in the freedom struggle got more recognition, but the women in the tribal and the other revolts did not get much recognition. But even women played a major role even in the tribal and the agrarian revolts also. For example, you can see Tebaga movement in Bengal, Telangana armed struggles in erstwhile Nizam's rule. They have a very big role. The women played a very big role in these kind of revolts also. In spite of getting the recognition, they had played a major role in it. And coming to the labor movements, women in the labor movements, in 1917, if you see, Anasuya Sarabhai is the woman who have actually led the Ahmedabad textile worker strike. You know this, right? Ahmedabad's textile worker strike is one of the important one. You will read in the modern history. If you have not seen the Spectrum series, do watch them. They are very good in the Vaish IAS. Sir have took Spectrum series with a in a very crisp and clear way. So if you watch them and watch this video, you will understand what is Ahmedabad textile worker strike. There are many other things which I am mentioning in this video are from the modern history. So better complete the Spectrum series also parallelly. Okay. And in 1920, under her leadership, Major Mahajan, the Ahmedabad Textile Mill Workers Union was also established. Okay, Major Mahajan is the Textile Mill Workers Union, which was established in the Ahmedabad under her leadership itself. So the other person is the Maniben Khara. She is the socialist leader of the railway workers, and Ushabai Dange and Parvati Bore as communist leaders of the textile workers. Women played a major role in Bombay Mill strike and Calcutta strike later also. Okay. In labor movements also, women had played a major role. And coming to the other major organizations which are started by women, if you take the early 20th century, it saw a growth of women organization at the national, even at the local level also. The Women's Indian Association of 1917, All Indian Women's Conference of 1926, National Council for Women in India in 1925 are the names which we can mention. The Women Indian Association WIA was formed in the year 1917 by Margaret Cousins, okay, an Irish and an Indian nationalist. This was followed by the formation of the National Council of Indian Women in the year 1926 and All Indian Women Conference in the year 1927. The first of all India's women's organization came to existence in the 1926 itself with the setting up of the National Council for Women in India, that is NCWI, in the year 1926. NCWI aimed at securing women's rights through social reforms and women's and children welfare. The All India Women Conference was also set up in Pune also. Its members were primarily women from the upper and the upper middle classes and princely families, women members of the INC party, the Communist Party, professional women like doctors, educationalists, social workers. So AIWC took up the questions of women education, and it was its initiative that the Lady Harding College for Women was set up in Delhi in 1932. Okay, Lady Harding College was set up in 1932 under this in AIWC itself. It also organized a large number of literacy schools and handicrafts centers which helped women from poorer families to learn the basic skills in order to earn and to be relatively independent economically. And the significant concern for women group in this period, in particularly that AIWC was the campaign against the child marriage. They had made a campaign against the child marriage. As a result of their struggle, the Sarada Act was passed in the year 1929, fixing the age of the marriage at 14 for the girls and 18 for the boys. In the 1930s, AIWC directed its energies towards fighting for women's equal rights in inheritance and even the marriage also. And reforms in the personal laws of different communities also took place during this time. Jyoti Singh in Gujarat played a active role in harnessing energies of women. Several women activists in the national movement became founders of the women organization, while many of them began with a limited focus. Their scope extended over time. For instance, AIWC began with the idea that women's welfare and politics were mutually exclusive. So here, out of all the organizations, AIWC, All India Women Conference, which was formed in the 1926, played a major role. Okay, so remember whatever the information I have told, write it in one place so that you can quote them in the answers wherever you want. So we are done with today's session, and there are some post-independence organizations which are formed by women in order to fight for the women issues, which we'll be learning in the next class, and we'll be reading about the developmental issues and all in the next class itself. So we have studied some of the organizations, women role in the labor movement, agrarian struggles, and we also read about how national freedom movement was like accelerated because of the women, and we have studied some national women's organizations and some women organizations started by women. So this is the topics which we have learned today. So if you are the new one to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you will get regular updates of what we have uploading. And one more thing is that there are many playlists which are going on in the Vaishai's YouTube channel. Every other subject which is part of the UPSC is going on. For example, society lectures, post-independence Indian lectures, Spectrum is also present. All the NCERTs are going on, Polity, Lakshmikant series, and Tamil Nadu NCERT of history, and you can see Shankar IAS book lectures of environment, and also Art and Culture by Nitin Singhania, and there are many other things which are going on. Even the governance lectures, social justice lectures are going on. So there are different playlists in the channel. So freely no one can provide you these many lectures. So please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and share it with your people or colleagues or anyone, so that as many as subscribers come to our channel, and let us make education free of cost. Okay. um, if we are not giving the proper response, we'll obviously convert all this series into the paid batch. Okay, keeping this in mind, response well. Okay. uh, that's it for this video. Let's meet with another class in the next class or in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.